Alright, what's good everybody? Back here once again with another episode. And of course, before we get into the breakdowns, this is what I'm running. This is what the setup is looking like. Got the hawking. Of course, pause and take a look at whatever my attributes are if you want to. And of course, we got the Eagle Rise. Make sure you attune your gear for arenas. It's pretty important now. For the abilities, these are the inner ways that I'm running. And of course, the Mythic skills. Alright, and before we hop into here, I am going to show you all a sneak peek of my new sauce that I'm going to be playing from here on out. So without further ado, I'm going to roll the tape. And then we're going to get right into this breakdown. Alright, so yeah, that is the new sauce I will be rocking right there. A little preview. It's pretty fun to play. It does require some nice little tight timings on the weapon swap and all, but I think I've got it down pretty good. And if you're asking why did I switch, what's the reason for the switch? Hey man, since some of my videos been out there, I've been seeing a lot more double spears. I would run into some of y'all, so represent. Hey man, I see y'all out there doing your thing. Keep going strong. But with that being said, because double spear is now getting some popularity, I wanted to find something else to use. And also, some of you are out there being disgusting with it, running that filthy nameless spear arena attunement. So I gotta distance myself from that bullshit. We don't use that shit over here, buddy. But without any further ado, let's get into this first one. We do have a nice little spear dart twin blade user, and he's in the top 100, so this will be a good match to see. So let's roll the tape. All right, so yeah. So of course you want to try and close this gap here. Don't let them sit there and buff up with the rodents, or else their DPS will go upwards. The ideal thing you want to do is to keep those walking blocks going. If they do use that twin blade skill into your block, you will be able to counter it on block, especially if whatever you're using has hyper armor. And here's a nice little example of that. Hit the block, hit the somber sorrow on the block, and then we punish them for that. It's a nice little combo going, got the frog into the execute, and it's a one-touch game now. Hits the poison, so we get the stun off of that, but he is able to spam drunken fist out of that, of course. And now we back to the chasing game. And this is that little technique that these spirit dart users in the high ranks like to use. They like to tap light attack and then dash to the side to have the rodent just constantly hit you. And you can get your block procs off of that, like so, to then land those to break that key. So that is something you want to try and do whenever they're doing that. And there you just saw him run right into my skill, and he paid the price for that. GG's, buddy. Thanks for playing. Alright, next up, we gotta go and throw in your classic sword runner, aka the pussy playstyle. Of course, everyone loves to fight this dash and throw projectiles gameplay, so let's take a nice little look at how to deal with that. And of course, you see he's drinking the flask, so he's using drunken fist plus the dragon's breath, of course, and he does have the nameless spear, so we do have to be careful of the stun. And I believe he's also rocking the nameless spear arena attunement, so he also has twice the amount of escapes as I do. So here he blows his serene grace early on. I'm just kind of weaving to the side. He's missing all of his projectiles. You see me do the dash attacks while he has his spear out. I'm trying to bait his stun like so, dodge it, but he does end up dodging my stun even though I waited for the dodge. And we catch him there with a nice little block and dash forward on his slash. And it's punish time, baby. He bloods. There goes the arena attunement, so he has that bullshit that we don't respect that over here. Ends up getting recaught anyway, back into the combo, saucing them up. Comes out with the Serene Grace, spamming the Drunken Fist. But for whatever reason, when I popped right there, I did get caught right there. So do not get caught by the kicks. And now we back into neutral. Running him down. He does a nice little guard break right there. But we parry and punish on the Dragon Breath. He does get the blocks out of my stun, so he is a parry god. Noted. Hits me with the blade, try to hit him with the block counter, but he does dodge that good on him, catch him with a nice dash slash. And because he just blew a Serene Grace, I'm going to Serene Grace there out of his kicks and recatch him with the combo to kill him. GG's, buddy. Thanks for playing. Alright, next up with this, once again, is for all of y'all on that first video that said where the tank fights at. We do have a tank fight for you. We actually have two. There's another one later on that I'm also going to show, but here is tank fight number 1. Of course, one thing you want to do with tanks is try and land your stuns when they're trying to go for the super armor. Remember, on the sword suction skill, you want to either parry or block. Do not try and dodge that. So like so, get the parries right, break his key down. This is a game of patience. And right there, because I am running the tier 3 wolf art for the inner way, I did just super armor right through his spear skill and ended up catching him and getting a nice combo off of that. He goes for the toad, we parry that. I thought he would have gone for another strike, so I did cancel my strike, but we do catch him with the stun for the nice re-combo. Get him in the execute range. Missed the toad, of course, but we still get the execute. He wakes up with the suction skill, bad choice. And because he has a weird dodge with the Mo Blade, I was able to catch him with the Somber Sorrow on Wake Up. Now we pop the Serene Breeze, because we do have the advantage there. We finish him off. GG's, buddy. Thanks for playing. Alright, next up, because we are now switching from the dual spears to some new sauce, I do have to show how to fight against the dual spears. So all of y'all that have been picking up the dual spears, hey man, this is how you fight against that shit. Hey, I'm sorry. Gotta put that out there now, so let's roll the tape. So of course, one thing you want to look out for is when they're swapping the spears, you want to keep in mind of which spear they have. If you're able to keep track of that. Be careful of their guard break. If you see them do it in any type of range with the spear, just dodge, because it has a deceptive radius to it. And it does do a good job of breaking key. And always remember, always assume that they're using the tier 3 wolf chasers. So if they use the Somber Sorrow skill, just assume that it has hyper armor. It's going to make dealing with them a whole lot better. Here I catch him on hold and block, but he is being a parry god. And because of that, he does get caught with the Somber Sorrow skill, and he does pay for that. And I am going to take note of him trying to be the parry god. Tries to escape from my execute, but come here, buddy. We see we delayed the charge on Wake Up, and he dodged diagonally on there. What do you want to do? If somebody's charging on Wake Up, you either want to dodge straight back, or you can Wake Up, hold, and block. Here, because I know he's going to try and parry, I go for the guard break there, into the Somber Sorrow, into the execute. And GG's, buddy. Thanks for playing. Alright, next up we got the Heavy Quicker Spear paired with the Strategic Sword. A combo I have been seeing a lot more recently. Guess more people are starting to pick it up and like it, so let's go ahead and see how this goes. Of course, we're always going to assume that he has the tier 3 Wolf Chasers art. And one thing you will see later in the video, if they use the Somber Sorrow first and you end up using it, it's always whoever uses it second that will win in that trade. Here you see him blow the Serene Breeze. He does drop the combo, so we are at a nice advantage here. Trying to get his combo off. I'm waiting to pop my Serene Breeze to see if there's any gap in his combo, but there is not, so I popped it a little late there. Good on him for keeping his combo strings tight. Hit him with a nice combo of our own into the execute. He does wake up and block, which, like I said, that's one way to stop the charge. So good on him for doing that. Ends up breaking my key because of that, and gets me with a nice little execute. I tried to stun him in the spin. I don't know why I went for that, but as you can see, that did not work out for me. Well, nice little dash attack on him. He blows his Serene Breeze again. We wait until the full Somber Sorrow is done and punish with the stun. I know he's going to block after that, so I do dodge the follow-up guard break. And we are at an advantage here. He has no escape while I have one. And here, of course, I use my Somber Sorrow second, and I end up coming out on top of that trade. And we end up punishing him, finishing him off in style with the Toad. GG's, buddy. Thanks for playing. Alright, next up we have a Nameless Sword and Nameless Spear user. And to make matters even worse, he also has the Nameless Spear Arena attunement. So we're going to put this in here to show you that even though they have twice the amount of escapes, you can still win the battle. So do not give up. Do not just blame it as OP and give up. You can always win it. So starting out, he throws his sword there. Because he dashes forward, I punish him with the Somber Sorrow. He hits me with the stun there. I don't know how that stun touched me. Please explain. I predict that he's going to try and parry, so I go for the guard break there. And there he uses the attunement to break out of that. Get the nice little parry there on his sword throw into the punish. Stop throwing that sword, buddy. Get that mess out of here. Hit him with the frog on his sword slashes. And because of that, he is a massive combo. Back in the execute range, and it's GG's, buddy. That is how we do it. Even with twice the amount of evades, you can still win that fight. Alright, next up we got us a Twin Blade and Strategic Sword user. A pretty popular combination. You'll see probably about every 30 of matches you'll probably run into this. This setup is very dangerous, so you do want to be careful with your walking and blocks. Now one thing, if they do commit to the dash slash, you can punish those on block. And if somebody ever just does a blank soaring spin on you like that, punish that, please. Do not let that go unpunished. He did just have to blow a Serene Breeze early, so he's scared. But we end up catching him on the dash slash. And of course, the game decides that my kick does not work, so it does not land there. We do a nice little dodge on the guard counter here, into the recatch, into the combo. This time my kick, we didn't do the kick there, we do the weapon swap into the execute. Parry the Fire Breath into the stun punish. I know he's going to try and parry, so we go for the guard break, into the slashes, into the execute. GG's, buddy. Thank you for playing. Alright, next up, to further drive the point home, because you will be seeing this a lot more until it gets nerfed, we have another Nameless Spear and Nameless Sword setup. So, of course we know that he's probably running the attunement, so always expect that whenever you come across these guys. Just expect it, and it will make dealing with them a lot less frustrating. We parry the sword throw, he dashes up, and he gets caught with the stun into the combo. Now of course, when fighting against the Nameless Spear, you will get caught by the stun sometimes. Your safest option when getting stunned is to hold block. But remember, they can always suspect that you will hold block and either try and guard counter you, or not guard counter you, but guard break you, or they will predict your guard counter and try and dodge it. So you do want to be aware of that. But your safest bet is to hold block. Just playing some nice little neutral here. He does have the life lead. He's in execute range. Now one thing guard counter can, if you think they're going to go for a stun, you have guard counter available. You can guard counter through the stun, like I did there. And because of that, we do end up breaking his key, get the execute off, and now we're looking good here. We parry the frog, get him with our own stun, and it's combo time, buddy. See, the big punish for that, and I don't think he has any more escapes left. Well, he does at the end there. He's about to get executed. Luckily, he does get that lucky deflect, but we chase him down with the Meridian Touch and secure the execute. GG's, buddy. Alright, lastly, we are going to end it with a fan umbrella setup, but this guy is a bit different. I believe he is like the #1 fan umbrella user in ranked, so he's not going to be doing the usual fan stuff. So we're going to take a look at how I deal with this. Of course, like usual, if they do the uppercut, you do want to try and punish that on block. There, I didn't do the best punish. I guard countered instead, and I could have got a combo off of it if I used this skill. So do not try and guard counter like I did. Same there, I keep doing the wrong punish. Do not be like that. He does go for the guard break, and I do catch him for that, but he does end up catching me with the stun. I mistimed my dodge. Goes for the soaring spin, but you do want to be careful in trying to punish that because he does have the fan, so he can cancel that at any point. So I did not go for a counter on that. And here he's just trying to create some distance. I can stun him even though he's up there, so I'll go for the stun. Get him into a nice combo. He does Drunken Fist out the combo though. And of course we get the proper dodge timing right on that umbrella stun. That should never hit you. And now we finally do the proper punish on the uppercut. But I do miss the last slash. And he does catch me with the uppercut here, and he's trying to escape. But we have the nice Meridian Touch to secure the execute. He wakes up with the Drunken Fist. He's trying to be the parry god. We end up catching him. He stuns me out of his Serene Breeze. Good on him for doing that. We do the correct punish on his uppercut, and it's combo time again. However, I do mess up on my charge, and because of that, I did not kill him in that combo. Otherwise, he would have been dead by now. But mistakes do happen. He uses the Meridian Touch up close. Big mistake on him. We do punish him for that. Remember, do not let them get away with that if they do it up close. You can punish that if you dash forward. Now it's not looking good for him. He's in the corner, catching with the Somber Sorrow. He Serene Breezes and stuns me again. Chasing him down. We miss the punish on his Meridian Touch. We do the guard counter. We do a nice little dodge there, and we catch him on the back step with the Somber Sorrow. And from there, it is GG's, buddy. Thank you for playing. Alright, but yeah, that is going to be today's episode. There will still be some videos coming out, some shorts specifically of me still using the dual spear. But for the most part, I will be swapping to my new sauce, and you will see what exactly I'm running in that setup in the next full video. So yeah, let me know if this video helped you at all. I have been running into some of y'all in the arena, so shout outs to all y'all that I ran into. And yeah, good luck out there. Thank you for watching.